My master thesis stems from my interest in the relationship between linguistic mediation, accessibility, and social inclusion within the tourism sector. The choice of this topic arises from the awareness that tourism is now one of the most significant global phenomena of mobility and an essential means of cultural and social participation. My research starts precisely from this consideration. Its main objective is to demonstrate that accessibility communication is a fundamental component of inclusive tourism and that interpreting can serve as a practical tool to promote participation, autonomy, and a higher quality tourism experience for people with diverse communication needs. From a methodological perspective, this study is primarily based on the interdisciplinary literature research, combining contribution from interpreting studies, linguistic and cultural mediation, accessibility studies, and accessible tourism literature. In addition, the thesis includes a case study developed through direct observation during my internship experience in Greece. In the first chapter, I reconstructed the theoretical framework of interpreting, focusing on its historical development and the gradual professionalization of the interpreting role. Interpreting became a fully recognized profession mainly during the past century, particularly following historical events such as the Paris Peace Conference and the Nuremberg trials. These events highlighted the necessity of professionals capable of ensuring effective communication among speakers of different languages and cultures. I also examined the main interpreting modes, including consecutive interpreting, simultaneous interpreting, chuchotage interpreting, and more recent forms of remote interpreting. Particular attention was devoted to the ethical and professional dimension of the profession through a comparison of the codes of ethics adopted by associations such as AITI, AIC, and Unitalia. I highlighted how principles such as competence, impartiality, confidentiality, professional integrity, and continuous professional development constitute essential pillars of interpreting practice. The second and the third chapters focus on accessible tourism and communicative accessibility. The evolution of international regulations and European policies has broadened the concept of accessibility, moving beyond a perspective limited to physical disabilities. Within this framework, communication plays a central role. A destination may be fully accessible from a physical perspective, yet still remain exclusionary if information is difficult to understand or communication support services are unavailable. The research demonstrates that linguistic barriers can significantly hinder inclusion. These challenges affect not only foreign tourists, but also individuals with sensory, cognitive, or communication related disabilities, who may experience difficulties accessing information and understanding the services available to them. For this reason, I explored the principles of universal design and inclusive communication strategies. One of the most significant aspects of the thesis is the case study concerning the sea-track system on the Greek island of Syros. Sea-track is an innovative technology that enables people with mobility impairments to access the sea independently through an electronically controlled platform. My direct experience in the field highlighted that the effectiveness of an accessible solution also depends on the availability of clear, understandable, and multilingual information. The fifth chapter examines the specific role of interpreters within accessible tourism. The findings suggest that interpreters should not be regarded merely as oral translators, but they act as facilitators of intercultural communication and mediators between different languages, cultures, and needs. The final section of the thesis addresses future perspectives. The increasing digitalization of the tourism sector is creating new opportunities through remote interpreting services, digital platforms, machine translation application, and artificial intelligence tools. In conclusion, this thesis demonstrates that communicative accessibility is a fundamental dimension of contemporary tourism and that interpreting can make a significant contribution to the development of genuinely inclusive tourism experience.